Hello everyone, my name's Cody Taylor, and in this video y'all gonna learn how I set up dog-proof raccoon cuffs. The problem we're having with these raccoons is they are destroying our turkey nests in the spring. They'll walk around and they'll get into these wild turkey nesting areas. They'll find them, they'll eat all the eggs. So that doesn't have a good turkey population the next spring. So what we do is we take these cuffs here, we put them along creeks and streams, anywhere that there is raccoon tracks, and 9 times out of 10 we're gonna catch one pretty quick. So I'm gonna show y'all today how I set them up. I may set them up a little different than everybody else, but it'll be okay, and I'll show you how we do it, and we're gonna catch something. All right, we're here. We have a creek running through behind me. We have a crossing coming from the woods into a field up here that we deer hunt from. I'm gonna show y'all now how I set the coon cuffs. And what I mean by that is this is it right here. This is a coon cuff. What they do is, what this trap is designed to do, it's a dog-proof trap also. What it's designed to do is this lever here. They're supposed to stick their hand inside here to grab the bait. Releasing the trigger, it closes on their wrist, and they'll be sitting here in the morning waiting on us to get here. So let's go on and show you how we set this real quick. A lot of people don't use these, but I do. It's a setting tongs. Set it in between here. You go. You set it down. Okay. Once you have it down like that, you put your trigger inside here. Let it go, and the trap is set. Nothing more to it. There is a trigger on the inside of that trap, if you can see it. That's what they have to grab and physically pull to catch themselves. So I use wolf fang stakes, ground anchors. This is their driver. I'm gonna put it in there. Stick it in the ground. This is my trapping hammer that I made myself. I really couldn't see buying a hammer that I can make myself. It has an end for making my dirt hole sets in the side of heels. It has a chisel on the end for digging in the dirt, and of course my hammer. Get that in there, give it a wiggle, pull it out. Reach down here, grab this anchor, give it a little tug, and that's it. It's in the ground. Now, what I like to do is I like to put these in the ground, just like that, straight up. I will actually dig a little to hide my chain in the ground. I'll dig a little bit here. I'll actually hide the chain in the ground, and I'll cover over it. Set this up just a little more, just like that. All right. Now, I have had problems in the past with catching mice, field mice, big field mice, things like that. They'll get inside, they'll start eating the bait. Then they'll set the trigger off. Sometimes I'll catch them, sometimes I won't. The trap be sprung, nothing to be in there. So I was doing some research and talking to some fellow trappers, and they suggested using a golf ball. So after I put my bait in and around the trap, I'll take a golf ball and I'll set it on top just like that. The golf ball is, a mouse cannot climb up this trap and remove this golf ball because it's just sitting there just enough to where they can't push it out. But a coon, he can reach down here, grab it, throw it over here, and find what he's looking for on the inside. So, let's talk about the kind of bait that I use. I use several different kinds of bait. I use various dry cat food, corn, marshmallows, little small marshmallows. I even use things like that. So what I'll do is I'll sprinkle a little around, just a little. Now, I'll use this. This is Wild Man's Hammer Time raccoon bait. This is an excellent bait for when you're trying to catch raccoons. It has an odor. Man, I don't know. I get this from a gentleman down in Alabama, and it has a fishy crawfish odor to it, and I can't understand what it is. So what I'll do is I'll sprinkle one or two of those around, and I'll put a good little bit right inside that trap so that they can smell it on the inside. Let's put that up. Let me dig around here for a second, see if I can find a marshmallow or two. And there we go. There is a piece of a marshmallow there. And I'll stick that down in there. I'll take my golf ball. I set it on top. I move my stuff away. And I'm done. You know, with this path right here, I am going to leave this here. But I'm also going to go over here and I'm going to put a foothold trap in the ground as well. And let's see if we can't just double up. Maybe catch something else. Y'all just hang on. I'll be right back. Hello, everybody. I'm back again. Look here. What we have here is we have a natural mound right here. We have an old logging road that comes through here, goes up this way, and one that crosses. So we're at the intersection. We got our Duke 2 3/4 offset jaws. The reason for these offset jaws is because it does not break bones. Okay, it is just made to hold the animal until we get here. So what we'll do is we'll go on and we'll make our trap bed. Now, a trap bed is going to be back here a little bit. So what we do, this is why I made this handle and this hammer. I made it like this. So I could remove the dirt from my trap bed. Got my trap bed set right here. I'll pack it in a little bit because it needs to be firm in order so that trap does not move. There's my trap bed. We'll go on and set this Duke trap. Alrighty. Now, I have put night latches on all these traps. You see how I moved that out of the way? So I can sit here and mess with this and adjust it how I need it without catching myself. But we'll do that here in just a second. We're gonna go on. We're gonna put this anchor in the ground. These are what they call earth anchors. We're going to stick this in the ground. trap a little closer, because I'm gonna put a good bit of this in the ground, like so. Pull out your anchor driver. Now, we are set to put, there, we're set. My dang chain done got twisted a bit. So, what I'm about to do, dig out a little more, so that's going to sit a little sideways. Set that in. Set it in here. Okay. Set like that. Now, as you can tell, I still have the jaws sitting over there. Let's go on and set the night latch. If you listen real closely, you might be able to hear it. Hear it click? That's mean it's kind of a hair trigger. So we'll go on. Make sure this trap is bedded. And when I mean bedded, I mean I don't need it to move when you touch it. Right now, it's moving a little. So what we'll do is we'll add a little dirt around. We'll get it, everything nice and tight. That's the key, is have everything nice and tight. They want it to feel like they're walking on the ground when they go in here. So, move these pieces of leaves out of the way. Move this around, pack it down a little. So, we'll move this on over to here. Okay, see how it's a little bit level? It was just a hair under the ground. That's what we want to see. Now, usually I would have a piece of wax paper about yay big, real soft. I would lay it over the pan. But unfortunately, I left that at the house, so we're gonna have to improvise. We'll just find us a leaf, a nice fat leaf, maybe a couple of them that are soft, like this shape here. We'll lay it over there. Find us another one that's halfway flat, like this one, and we'll lay it there. And we just keep finding the leaves that we need, just like so, where you're covering the pan. The reason to cover the pan is because you don't want dirt getting up underneath the pan. When dirt gets underneath the pan, they can't depress the pan down, so the trap won't activate, okay? Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. I gotta go get my sifter. And we're back. So, I have my lure, which is a mixture of fox urine, beaver castor, ground up rodents, things like that. I'll set that there. I make my own sifters. I'd rather make my own than I would have bought one. So what we'll do is we'll take this dirt, we'll put it in here, take some of these leaves out, and then what we're gonna do, we're gonna sift all this under there. Sift it, sift it, sift it, sift it, sift it. All the excess, we throw it to the side. Pick those out, just like that. All right. Sift it, sift it. Sift it, sift it. All right, now we're gonna wanna take, a lot of people do this with their hands. I don't like doing it with my hand. We're gonna take, and all we're doing was we're smoothing, okay? Smoothing this up. We'll add some, get us a little more dirt. Get us some more dirt like that. Put it in here. We'll sift away. Yep. We'll get all those little pieces right there. And we want to get it smooth, just like that. All right. See how it's a little smoother? Awesome. Then, we make everything go around. I cover everything up with leaves, and except for right where I want them to step, right there. That's exactly where I want them to step, so I don't cover that with a leaf. That is right there, because when they're moving around, they're walking, they'll find some good hard dirt. That's where they'll be. All right, so let's show you why this is on the backside. We'll make a dirt hole. Here's that mound I was telling you about. Oh, over here. Looks like somebody's been doing something. And what we'll do is we're gonna start eating this out right here. All right? Just like this. Bring it out, we'll do it some more. Bring it out, we'll do it some more. What I'm doing is I'm going kind of at a 45-degree angle down. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want it to think that there is a animal that is hiding its food in here. This is for fox, bobcat, coyotes, the occasional raccoon. This is exactly what it's for. I'm about 8 inches deep right now. So, what we'll do is, I've never tried this, but we're going to take a little bit of this hammer time, and we're going to throw a little in that hole, just like that. All right? Now, as everybody knows, the trap is here. The dirt hole is here. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over just a little piece. We'll put us another 45 in the ground right here. Just wallow it out. Then we're going to go at 3 o'clock. We're going to do the same. Now, with the holes in, what we do is we take our lure that we have and we grab us a stick. Now this is the important part. Get you a little bit of lure and go down in the hole all the way to the bottom. Try not to touch the sides. And we'll do the same thing with this, at this one. There we go. We got in. We got everything. There's that, there's that. Get my old tail up. So, as of right now, so the dirt hole is here. That's where the bait is. We have a hole right here. That is where one lure is. We have a hole right here. That's where another lure is. And right there in the center, that little dirt spot right here is where the trap is. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some gray fox urine and I'm just gonna spritz it. That's all I did. All I did was spritz it around a little bit, some gray fox urine. That way it kind of masks my scent a little bit. Now, as you can tell behind me, that's where the dirt hole's at. Trap's here. Everything looks about half natural. It's getting a little late, but I think we got time to set one more raccoon trap over here in this creek before we leave. And guys, I got 2 concrete culverts coming out of this levee over here. Water continuously just flows just a little bit just across. I can clearly see in the sand that there are some raccoon tracks down there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my traps down there. I'm gonna set one on each side, one per culvert. We're gonna see if we can't catch them. The easiest way to catch raccoons is to find out where they're going, where they're walking. You'll see their tracks in the sand. They like to hang around water because they don't have any saliva glands, and everything they eat, they need to kind of mix with a little bit of water so they can go on and swallow it because of them not having saliva glands. So what I'm gonna do, grab my stuff, I'm gonna run down here, I'm gonna set some sets, I'll be right back. So we got some raccoons. They're going in and out, and they're coming over here this wire. They're coming in and out. Got my wild man's hammer time. Got my 2 cuffs. We're gonna set this. See, I got one on one side, one on the other. Let's see if this hammer time does what it says. There it is. Wild man, hammer time. Y'all check it out.